Hello all and welcome to Jackmaster tutorial. In this video, we will be learning about numbers in Kannada. It will be a 4-part tutorial and by the end of it, you will be an expert in Kannada numbers. The first part will deal with numbers from 1 to 10. Second part will be from 11 to 100. Third part will deal from 100 and beyond. And the fourth part will be an assignment so as to check your progress. Here we have used mnemonics for learning Kannada numbers. In short, mnemonics is creating of memorable words, phrases or pictures to learn something new. Also to mention that mnemonics created and related are for easy understanding and learning purpose and not to offend anyone. So let's start. Here is a short video clip for learning numbers and we'll again meet you up at the end of the video clip.
Welcome back all. Numbers are made up of two components. The first are the letters which form the structure of the number and the second is the sound which is associated with that number. In Kannada, number 1, 2 and 5 ends with the sound of du, du, du. Number 3 and 6 ends with the sound of ru, ru, ru. And number 8, 9 and 10 ends with the sound of tu, tu, tu. Now if you remember the conversation between Mark and the restaurant manager, there were a few keywords in the round bracket. So what we need to do is we need to take the first 3 letters of those keyword and then add the kind of sound associated with a particular number. The only exception to this will be number 5 and 10 where we will be taking 2 keywords. So let's begin. The first line what we had over there was Mark and Anne got 1 naan. So our keyword over here is 1. So we'll take the first 3 letters of the keyword 1, O-N-E, and then add the kind of sound associated with number 1 which is D-U, do. So if we'll combine both it will be 1 do, which is number 1 in Kannada. Now let's go back to our second line of conversation, which was that once Mark got 1 naan, they got irritated. So our keyword over here is irritated. We'll take the first 3 letters of the keyword irritated, which is I-R-R, and then add the kind of sound which is associated with it, which is do, D-U, do. So now if you combine both the words, it will be irdu. Irdu is the second number in Kannada. Coming back to the third line of conversation, now when they got irritated, they asked that they wanted more naan. So here more is our third keyword. We'll take the first 3 letter of the word more, which is M-O-R, and then add the kind of sound which is associated with number 3, which is R-U, ru. So it will be M-O-R plus R-U, muru, which is number 3 in Kannada. Muru.
Now the next line of conversation what we have is that manager said no, that we can't offer you more naan. The keyword what we have over here is na. Na is a Hindi word and it portrays similar meaning what no portrays, that it can't be done or it can't be given. But if you would remember our instruction, we require minimum 3 letters to form our number. Na is only a 2-letter word. So being a negative letter word, we'll add a bit of love into it. So we'll take L from love and we'll add it to na so that it becomes a 3-letter word. And now what kind of sound it requires? Being a negative word, we'll give it the sound of ku. Ku is a sound produced by cuckoo, which is said as the sweetest sound in animal world. So if you'll add NAL plus KU, it will be Nalku, which will be number 4 in Kannada. Being said no by the manager, Mark asked why. The keyword what we have over here is I, A-I. I has been derived from Y, but W has been kept silent, so we have got I. Now if you remember exceptions 5 and 10, we are supposed to use only 2 letters. So we have a keyword AI and then we'll add the kind of sound which is associated with 5, which is again DU, and if we combine both it will be IDU, AIDU, which is number 5 in Kannada. Now if you see your next line of conversation, again when Mark asked why, manager said kids time up, R up. So the keyword what we have over here is R, H-O-U-R. We'll take the first 3 letters which will be H-O-U and we'll add the kind of sound which is associated with it, which is R-U, and if we add H-O-U and R-U it will be Aru, which is number 6 in Kannada language. Coming to our next line of conversation, when he said like it's time up, Mark finally gave up and he said okay, take this payment. Ideally he was not supposed to pay but he still paid. So the keyword what we have over here is yellow. Yellow is a Hindi word for ticket. So we'll take the first 3 letters of yellow, Y-E-H, and then we'll add the kind of sound which is associated with it, which will be Lu, L-U, Lu. So number 7 in Kannada will be Yelu. In fact you can take complete yellow also. Now after doing the payment, Mark said this is the end, I won't be coming over here again. So the keyword what we have over here is END. We'll take 3 letters and then we'll add the kind of sound associated with number 8, which is TU2. 8, 9 and 10 produces a sound of 2. So if we add END and TU, it will be N2, which is number 8 in Kannada. Now coming to number 10, we'll be coming to number 9 also. We will be skipping it for a moment. Hands have 10 fingers. So the keyword what we have over here is hands. So we'll take the first 2 letter, exception of 5 and 10 where we are supposed to use first 2 letter only. So we'll take HA and then we'll add the sound associated with number 10, which will be TU. So we add both, it will be Hattu, which is number 10 in Kannada language. Now coming on number 9, we couldn't fit in anywhere in the mnemonics what we have created, the restaurant theme what we gave for learning numbers. We'll be learning it in a different style, a different way. You all know Obama was the 44th president of America. 4 plus 4, 8. If he would have been 45th, it would have suited our need, 4 plus 5, 9, and we would have used his name to learn a number 9 in Kannada. Even though we'll still use his name, and his name goes as O-B-A-M-A Obama, we'll take the first 3 letter as usual, O-B-A. Because the name is being taken from outside, we'll add a bit of magic into it so as to suit our requirement. So we'll take the letter M from magic and we'll add in between O and B. So it will be O-M-B-A. And then we'll add the kind of sound associated with number 9, which is again TU. 8, 9 and 10 produces a sound of 2. So if we'll add both, it will be Om Battu, which is number 9 in Kannada. For instance, number 1, Vandu will be called as Vandu. Number 2, Erudu will be called as Ered. Number 3, Muru will be called as Moor. Number 4, Naluku will be called as Nalak. Number 5, Aidu will be called as Aid. Number 6, Aru will be called as R. Number 7, Elu will be called as Elu. Number 8, N2 will be called as Ent. Number 9, Ombattu will be called as Ombat. And number 10, Hattu will be called as Hat. So that's all guys. Do like and subscribe our channel for more such videos.